Jose Aldo championship fight for the vacant belt against Pete Yan. Wow. That was horrible refereeing. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more fighting. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Yo, I'm watching UFC 251 Fight Island kickoff, Abu Dhabi. Congrats to Yan. He destroyed Aldo. If you watch and follow my tweets, follow me at Boxingego on Twitter. I was calling this fight before the fight, giving you my opinions, and also during round by round before it actually unveiled. And per usual, it was dead right. Listen, that was some of the worst refereeing that I've seen in a minute. Like, I don't know if they have different rules in Abu Dhabi, less humane, but I mean, it gets to a point where you're potentially risking somebody's health and life, and they have no chance to come back, and that's what it was getting to in this point of the fight. First round, I think Jose Aldo, he was solid. It was competitive, things like that. I believe the first two rounds, I gave one to Aldo and I gave one to Yan. These rounds are pretty competitive in general. I think Yan was doing some very subtle body work, and he was trying to gun a big right hand and strike Aldo. In the first round, Yan landed two really significant rights. So I gave the first round to Yan because he landed two big rights, and they were the best punches of the round. And then Aldo was in trouble at the end, like the last 15 seconds of round one. It wasn't looking good. And I think Yan's on like a 9 or 10 fight win streak. So it was looking bad for Aldo. However, Aldo being a vet and experienced and a skilled Brazilian, he bounced back rather nicely in round two. So I gave round two to Aldo. But around round three in a 5-rounder championship fight, if you guys follow my tweets, I was saying and complaining that Aldo wasn't doing himself any favors because he was fighting like he's the young guy, like he's the heavy-handed stud who's on this crazy win streak. And you got to remember, Aldo fought at featherweight, so he recently came down to this weight. He looked better in this fight physically. When he first came down, it looked like it was a struggle to do that weight cut, and he looked real dry, and he looked like Skeletor. But he did physically look better. But it just made no sense for Aldo around round three to start fighting at this crazy frenetic pace, which you have a dangerous puncher, a heavy-handed puncher from Russia, and you're trying to bang it out and slug it out. So he started getting tore up in round four. It was looking real ugly, and it culminated into, if you follow my tweets, round five, I said if based on all the success he had in round four, if he blitzes Aldo, then it's going to be a wrap. And that's literally what he did. He seized the momentum from round four, carried it over to round five. And this is when the horrible refereeing came in. This man, Aldo, was on the mat. He was clearly hurt. He had been tortured and beat up in the previous round and hurt throughout the fight, right? He wasn't having no success. It's a title fight. It gets to a point where you got to save the fighter. There was like 50, 60 unanswered hard punches, elbows, strikes that were hitting Aldo in various places of his head. He was in a compromised position on the mat, and he wasn't responding. And you hear the referee keep saying like, "Oh, show me something. You got to punch back." And then he wasn't doing that, and the ref allowed it to continue. So I thought that was a travesty, the refereeing, and it was egregious. You just don't do that. That's a legend in the UFC. Just end it. Because Aldo, at best, it's not like you're influencing a close fight. He needed round five to win. So he would have had to turn that whole round around. He was leaking. He was tired. He's the aging fighter. He's the guy with more miles. So it was looking inevitable. Finally, the referee stopped it after Aldo, and he just sat on the ground, beat the fuck up. And I don't know. You just got to know. Yan, when he fought California kid Uriah Faber, he did the same thing. I give credit to Aldo for showing heart and being a warrior and taking the challenge and trying something different, but he was getting battered in there. I think it was even the first round where he got hit, where he was on the mat. He got hit with a body shot, like a liver shot, and it paralyzed him. He winced in pain. He just got beat up. This dude has too much momentum. And, you know, they said they had worked together in the past and Jan didn't get the better of it, but that's what happens over time. If you're at a specific spot in your career and you have momentum and the other person doesn't, you know, these things can happen. But it was a good fight, strategic fight, technical fight. The first 2 rounds were pretty competitive, but the fight started getting away from Aldo, and it's really his fault. He should have slowed the pace, like I was tweeting out in real time, slowed the pace instead of trying to go tit for tat with the puncher. All you have to do is try to win the belt, figure the rest out later. But Aldo, to me, started fighting a dumb fight, and you could tell he was gassing. Round 4, it was really apparent he was starting to get tired. He was getting chased around the octagon around this time. He was getting chased, and you could tell he was like mentally checking out and getting beaten up, and he wasn't going to be able to hold up unless something big happened. Aldo did do some really good low kicks early in the fight, but the fight and the strategy was pretty dumb and got away from him. He should have used his skill overall and try to keep this heavy-handed guy from Russia at bay. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to watch the rest of the card, UFC 251. If you guys clicked on my link to order the fight, it does help the channel, so I appreciate everyone that ordered UFC 251 from me. That's my thoughts on Aldo versus Jan. Again, congratulations to Jan. Drop your thoughts in the comment section and let me know what you think of the legend. I don't know if he's going to retire now, but that was pretty much a massacre. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.